hit that like or the dislike and hit the subscribe button. I thought I would put together a scenario of a lost hiker in a state park, and that lost hiker, being me in this video, needs to build a fire and find some form of shelter, which I do in the video. I don't really address the shelter part that much because I kind of focus on the fire part, so, which is important. That's why I'm showing this. And the fire, once you build the fire, then you can take water from anywhere and boil it and be able to drink it. That's important. You can regulate your body temperature with the fire by standing by it, by feeding the fire, by gathering firewood. Just walking around gathering firewood will, raise your body temperature. But it will keep you warm. And there where I built the fire and stuff, there was a little pavilion, like a carport type thing. So if I were to stay out there all night, that's where I would have stayed. I would have stayed under that carport, and I would have arranged things to block the wind. There were picnic tables and stuff. I would have probably stood them up on their sides, made walls, and had a little shelter in there, and probably built a fire in there. But I built it out in the grill area as to not catch anything on fire. It was very windy. And like I said, I was in a state park and I didn't want to break any laws or anything. So I built the fire right there in the grill. All right, gang. So we came out of those woods up onto this here road. But there's a big gate back there that's across the road. So no cars can actually come up and run us down while we're walking in the middle of the road. And yeah, I was just illustrating the easiest way in a survival scenario. Would be to get up here on this road rather than down there in that tangled up mess. So this is what I'm trying to simulate. That I'm not quite sure the scenario, you know what I mean? So for some circumstances, we are out here, we are by ourselves, and we would like to make a fire. We only have the gear that we brought with us. So we want to make the most of that. It's very windy, and I don't know if you can tell, it's very wet. So, in those conditions, which is how it usually fucking goes. If you're going to get in a survival situation, it's usually not going to last very long. It'll probably come on, it'll kind of sneak up on you where you realize, oh shit, I'm lost. Or, oh shit, X, Y, or Z variable has rendered you in a bad situation, vulnerable. So, in a short amount of time, I'm going to try to simulate something like that in a way to get a fire going. And I'll show you foraging techniques briefly using the EDC pouch that I have and my regular gear that I was wearing in my previous outdoor video. So, until my next little series of clips here, I'll see you then. What I'm wanting is up here off the ground. How this is not laying on the ground, that's what we're wanting. Up here, this stuff, these real fine fibrous things that will catch a flame real quick. And we want them as dry as possible. And here, you see these little fluffy flowers? We're going to collect those. What I'm going to do, if you can see here, try to illustrate. I don't know if this will catch it or not. But there's our EDC pouch. And that's where I'm going to put my dry material. So I'm going to take these here. I'm going to snap them off. I'm going to start collecting those. I'm going to put them down in a little pouch here. And I'll collect a lot of these. As many as I can get. And I'm going to fill this pouch up with those and other dry grasses. And I'm going to make basically a simulated bird's nest with these. In order for them, they will catch a spark real quick. And then I'll move on to tinder like the size of these small branches here, and then gradually work my way up until I get a nice little fire built that I could cook or boil water on, or build into a bigger fire with bigger wood to stay warm. All right, gang, I'll see you here in a minute. All right, gang, so I've gathered up some small stuff here. I've got a pouch full of fluffy stuff in here that's dry. And then look right there, leaning up against that tree. We got some deadfall, is what we usually refer to it as. It's fallen dead out of one of these trees and leaned up against this one. And what we want to do is grab up here on top. You can see the bark starting to peel off of it. Now we're gonna reach up here and grab this dry bark. Well, that ain't that dry. Well, yeah, it is. So yeah, we're gonna try these dry pieces of bark here. And there's some fluffier. Now that's wet. I can feel that that's wet. So we just want the dry stuff here. Just want the dry stuff. And I'm gonna put that in there with that fluffy stuff. See, you can see some stuff hanging off here. This is all dry. And that's what we're looking for right now, is just dry material. Because what we're going to do when the time comes, we're going to pull out all the stops for this. This is a survival fire. This is a simulation. So I'm going to pull out all my EDC tricks. Everything I got that can be used to make a fire, that's what I'm going to be mustering up all in the first shot to try to get it to light immediately. So here in a few, when I see you, we will construct our bird's nest and we will try to get our fire going. All right, gang. Now I have found this very large pine tree that I am underneath. And up here I found some pine pitch. This here should catch fire relatively easily. We shall see. We'll add it to our bag of goodies here for fire starting. Just wanted to show you that. There's pine pitch, and it's usually flammable. So we'll see if we have any luck with it. All right, gang, here we are. I found the fire spot, and I'm going to start assembling my fire. I'm going to build a little platform because this stuff here is wet. So I'm going to build a platform to put my tinder bundle on. I'm going to build it like a little Lincoln log cabin in a hashtag formation. See, the wind is blowing it. The wind is not working with me. So we'll see how this works out for us anyway. So we got that going. Break some more sticks, and I'm honestly using this hashtag almost as a windbreak as well. Now I'm going to pull out some of the stuff out of that pouch. Try not to have it blow everywhere. This is the pine pitch I'm going to add. And you can see the pile of fluff here. So I'm going to use the back, the top part, the spine of my small knife, the primitive bush dagger from prior reviews, and I'm going to grind that off into that pile of fluff there if the wind doesn't blow it away. And now I'm going to add some shavings. Just the same way you would do when feather sticking, except instead of a feather stick, I'm just shaving it off onto that pile of fluff.
You see, I got a pile of fluff with some shavings.
All right, gang, the moment of truth has come. We've got our fuzz ball here with all the fluff and stuff we found. We've got some small sticks that once this ignites, we're going to push these sticks over top. Then we've got a little bit larger small sticks that we will put on top once that's burning. And then down here, we've got a little bit larger, smaller sticks, about thumb size in diameter, that we will add to that once it's burning. And then you can just gradually increase your size, because like I said, I'm at a public park, state park, but it's a closed off area, but there's like houses and shit around, so we're not going to build an actual full-fledged fire, but we're going to build this small one just to show you how. And then here I got the pine pitch broke up. I've got shavings on top of that fluff and dust from the pine pitch, so it should go here in just a second. I'm going to rig the camera up so we can watch, and we'll see what happens. Here we go, gang. We got the new ferro rod. We're going to try it out on the stuff.
Gang, so what I wanted to do here, this first attempt fails. So I wanted to leave the failure in, because I noticed a lot of bushcraft videos and survival videos and shit. They pull out their ferro rod, they got their tinder bundle, they strike it once, and poof, you've got a raging fire. That's not how it ever works. So I wanted to show you that sometimes it doesn't work right. Sometimes you gotta fucking rearrange shit, you gotta fucking keep working with it until you get that ember either blown with your lungs, like blowing air into it.
Sometimes they don't light exactly how you want them to. So we'll try to break this stuff up a little bit. And actually, I'll try a different striking method.
Gang, I bail on the spine of my knife, and I go to the actual striker that came with the ferro rod, and it works much better. It throws a nice shower of sparks.
There we go.
So it's always good to adapt and try different things as you're going.
Wind kind of fucked us there.
Still hasn't quite caught. Never give up, gang. What you're watching now, gang, is the struggle of high winds and wet materials and wet surroundings. And right here, I get a little bit of a flame after I rearrange, and I try to blow it into a bigger flame, and it still doesn't work for me. Gotta keep fine-tuning your tinder bundle and your stack, your hashtag stack of sticks. Move them around, get little air gaps, and get the fluff spread out enough. You don't want it packed into a ball. You want it spread out to have air through it.
As you can see, gang, sometimes it doesn't want to start right. All right, gang, the first tries haven't been working, but I'm still going to stick at it. We got all our stuff here.
Gang, this is just an example of how determined you need to stay when you're building a fire. You cannot give up on this shit if it's a survival situation. You must get it done.
The wind has been not cooperating, so make us a little dugout there. I'll lay the striker here. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what we want to see.
Good as this looks right here, like it's really taken off, it tries to go out on me again. Going on here is I was finding pieces of that fluff that was unburnt, that was back behind shit, so I was pulling it out from under it and putting it on top so it would catch on fire, and I was just fighting this thing the whole way. You have got to breathe the unholy spirit of doubt into that tinder bundle, and flames shall rise.
There you have it, gang.
Here when I was filming, I couldn't see very well, and I didn't know if you could see the pine pitch or not, but you can see it. It's right there. I'll put an arrow by it.
You can see the pine pitch starting to catch now. So there you have it, gang. That's how you start a fire. Sometimes it takes some tender love and care to get it going, but she's going now, and I've got plenty of assets to keep it going. So there you have it, gang. Until next time, peace out. As you can see, the pine pitch is burning very slowly and melting down. I don't know if you can see that or not, actually. It's right there. Right there where that flame is. It's melting down in there. It's bubbling up. I guess I could put another piece of it on there so you can watch it. That's a piece. So let's see what the pine pitch does. It immediately catches fire. And as it catches fire, it melts and drips down inside your tinder bundle and all your sticks you've got stacked there. Hopefully you can see that there on top in the middle, that pine pitch. It's right there. And yeah, we got a nice little fire. The wind will not put that out. We can close the grate. And we could put our cup or whatever to boil our water right there.
There you have it, gang. That is how you build a fire without a lighter. And it sucks when it's windy and it's rained literally 2 hours before you walked out to do it. But I did it purposely to show you the struggles, the difficulties, and most importantly, that it can be done. So, with that said, I'm going to leave you like I always do, with a rip and a sip. The sip's going to be a little bit different. Going to be a little bit of a brown ale, because I'm feeling like drinking a beer after that. And yeah, after editing the video and all that shit, man, I've been at this shit for like fucking 3 hours. But yeah, until next time, gang, peace out. Peace out, gang.